Hi guys, welcome to Shawn Watson Davis TV. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you would, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. Today's episode is all about inspiration. The wall that you're looking at is my inspirational wall. It's a wall that represents the accomplishments of our village. And it's super cool. It brings me so much joy, so much conversation, and provides so much motivation for our children. So I want to get real specific here and take you on a journey and share what these certificates are, who earned them, etc. So we're going to start far left, up top with my mother, Betty Plummer. This particular document is her cosmetology license. Her first career as a beautician was started with her cosmetology license. Down below, we have her sorority certificate, AKA. Down below, we have my sorority certificate, AKA. And below that, we have my husband's fraternity certificate, A Phi A. We are all alphas. Alpha meaning the first. So AKA Alpha Kappa Alpha, A Phi A, Alpha Phi Alpha are the first Greek letter organizations for African Americans. Down below Bruce's certificate, we have our marriage license. Our marriage license. We were married in Maui, Hawaii, on a cruise ship. Then we go over and we see a picture of this house. This was a beautiful home that my mom and sister purchased together. And we have lots of fond memories of convening in this home. Then we go up top here and we have my mother's Bachelor of Science degree from Ferris State University in Trade Technical Education. Below that, we have my degree from Michigan State University, Bachelor of Science, College of Human Ecology. Below that, we come down to Bruce's degree from Clark College in Atlanta, Georgia. He earned his Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration with a concentration in accounting. Below that, he goes on to graduate school and earns his Master of Business Administration, better known as an MBA, from the Atlanta University. And this is his cap and gown picture as he received his degree. Up top, we go and we see our daughter's high school diploma from Okemos High School. She graduated. Her name is Shawn Watson Davis. Shawn is the combination of Bruce and Shawn. Watson is my maiden name. And Davis is her dad's family name. Going over To the center, we have our national inspirational figure, Barack Hussein Obama. At the bottom of his picture reads Destiny. Our destiny is not written for us, but by us. His message of inspiration. First African-American president of the United States of America. Below that, we have my daughter's President's Education Award, presented to Brashawn Davis for outstanding academic excellence, and it's signed by Barack Obama. How cool is that? Below that is Brashawn's Bachelor of Arts degree in accounting. She graduated with the highest honors, referred to as summa cum laude. Following in her footsteps, she went to Clark Atlanta University and majored in accounting, just like her father. Moving over, we have her cap and gown picture related to this degree. Going up from that, we have my son's diploma. He graduated from Lansing Christian School in Lansing, Michigan. His name is Braun Watson Davis, following the tradition of combining our names for the first name and then carrying both family names for the middle and last names. Braun Watson Davis graduates from high school with honors. You see the ropes around his neck. That was the designation of graduating with honors. Braun is still in college pursuing his degree in business with a concentration in finance. Then we move over to the next row. We go up top and we've got me in my high school cap and gown. We come down to this Clark College degree. And this is my brother-in-law's degree, Shelton Bernard West, Bruce's oldest brother. He achieves his degree as a Bachelor of Arts in Business Administration. Below that is his daughter's degree from Bethune-Cookman University in Daytona Beach, Florida. Daytona Beach, Florida. She graduates with a Bachelor of Arts in Mass Communications with a concentration in broadcast journalism. And this is the picture of the two of them. Don't have a cap and gown for them. Got to work on getting that. Below that is our oldest son, Bruce Randall Davis II. He graduated from Albany State University with a Bachelor of Science in Business Management with a concentration in Healthcare Administration. Then you come on down here And we've got family friend, brother friend, a brother from another mother, Dr. A.G. Murray. He graduates from Walden University. He earns his Doctor of Philosophy in Public Policy and Administration. I've asked many of my friends for copies of their degrees and pictures of them in their caps and gowns if they have them, and any other picture if a cap and gown photo is not available. But AG is the only one so far who has sent me this information. So that's why he's the only friend up here. But this is going to continue to expand because Sydney has accomplished her MBA, and I don't have a copy of that, so I'll be getting that. And Brashawn will be finishing her master's next month. We have a graduation to go to for her. Actually, 2 graduations because COVID postponed the graduation ceremony for this Bachelor of Arts degree. And so they're going to have that on May 15th. And her graduation from her master's program is taking place on May the 5th. So we'll be adding to documentation from her. She's also accomplishing her CPA, her Certified Public Accountant's license. And so that will go here. Brashawn also took off a semester to help me care for her dad and grandma in their sickness. And so she came home from school, or stayed home from school for a semester, and accomplished her real estate license in Michigan. And then when she got back to Georgia, she also got her real estate license in Georgia. And I don't have copies of those documents. So they will be being added to the wall as well. So, as you can see, this wall is very inspirational. But another thing that it does is it provides conversation and storytelling. So, for example, when you go over here to Mom's beautician license, it leads me to tell the story about the fact that she used to do Christine Johnson's hair. She was one of her patrons, and Christine would come during the week to get her hair done, and she would send her son, Irvin Magic Johnson, to the shop oftentimes on Fridays to pay her tab. And so Mom used to enjoy young Irvin coming into the shop, and so she could tease and see that big smile of his and enjoy some of his charm. Then you come down and you look at our certificates, and that would prompt conversation about the fact that our first female and first African-American woman of color to become Vice President of the United States is our soror. Kamala Harris is our sorority sister, as she is also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha sorority. Then you come down and you see the marriage license here. So that goes into telling the story of how Bruce and I met in Dallas, Texas, and how we married on a cruise ship in Maui, Hawaii. And it gets into telling stories about all of that. You know, romantic stories are always interesting. They're always so personalized and interesting. Then you go up to our degrees. My mom's degree, she led the way. She was the first person on our side of the family to accomplish a Bachelor of Science degree, a 4-year college education degree. And And when you look at the story behind that, she was doing that while she was teaching cosmetology. She was also going to night school to accomplish her degree. And during that time, I was a young kid, and my two older sisters had left the house. They were 13 and 14 years older than me, so quite a bit older than me. So they moved out and transitioned into their adult lives, which left Mom and I there together. And so she taught me to cook at a very young age out of necessity. She would, take things out of the freezer in the morning, and then when I came home from school, she had, prepared me as to what she wanted me to do. She wanted me to season it, cut the vegetables up this way, put it around the chicken, put it in the oven on 350 until it was brown, and then drop it down to 300. Let it cook the rest of the way for another 30 minutes. Then take your fork and prick it and see if the meat will pull away from the bone. If it does, then the food is done and you can take it out, put it up on the cooktop. So she taught me timing, she taught me seasoning, all because of being in college. She taught me those things earlier than I would have been exposed to it had she not needed to have food ready when she came in from school so she could eat, change her clothes, and then dash off to her college classes. And so these two certificates lead to those kinds of stories being told. Super cool how we did our homework together, and I would oftentimes go to college classes with her and do my homework there, listen to the lecture, etc. Super bonding, super sweet. So of course, when we graduated, we had a big party together, because guess what happened, guys? We actually graduated 1 month apart from one another. So I'm gonna go back up here and show you. She graduated in November and I graduated in December. You see that? Of the same year. So that was super, super, super cool. Who would have ever known that was going to happen? Then this story here, dealing with Bruce's degree, has to do with Bruce. He always knew he wanted to major in business, but he didn't know what he wanted his concentration to be. So he was talking to his brother Shelton one day about possibilities, and somehow accounting came up, and Shelton said, "Ooh, man, I don't think you want to do accounting. That is rough. I hear that is a bear." And so Bruce says, "Really?" "Yeah, man, I hear people suffer through that one." And so long story short, Bruce said, "Well, I'm up for a challenge. So accounting it is." And so his behind majors in accounting, winds up loving it. And then over 20 some odd years later, his child also follows in his footsteps to become an accountant, graduating with the highest honors that can be bestowed, summa cum laude. It's amazing, you guys. It's amazing. It's amazing. So anyway, those are the stories up to my graduation cap and gown. The story there is I graduated from Everett High School. Again, the same high school as Magic Johnson. But he's older than me, and so we were not in school at the same time. Then we come down and we see here, we have our precious Michelle Obama that we are so proud of. You know, she's not in that picture up top of Barack, so I had to get her in here somewhere because she is an inspiration in her own right, and they are an inspiration as a couple and family. So there our darling Michelle is. Then I want to show you that this wall, this inspirational wall, is in my family room. So we also have family pictures. My husband was really big on making certain that we got these, that we sat for these professional photos. So this is the first one that we took. And as you can see, Grandma is in the picture. She had come to live with us at this point. Miss Betty, that lady, Miss Betty. And I'm gonna take you over. I'm gonna show you some more. Coming over, we took a total of 5 family pictures. So I wanna show you the youngest picture. This was our first one. So you see Bron had not yet been born. So it's just little Bruce and little Brashawn in the picture at this point. I love this picture though. We all look so happy and Brashawn looks hesitant. Like, Daddy, what are they doing? You see how she's got her hand over on her dad's arm. Like, what are they doing? I don't know about this. Then we come over to the second picture that we took. And now Bron appears in the picture there. And then we come over to our third picture. And you see little Bruce has become a teenager. Brashawn is growing up. They're all growing up. And then the fourth one is the one where Grandma comes to live with us due to the fact that she was suffering with dementia. And then we come to the center and Bruce is sick with pancreatic cancer in this picture. And this picture was taken in August and he passed away in September. And little Bruce and his wife, Kanisha, and the 2 grandboys had come to assist in helping to care for both Grandma and Bruce, because now that Bruce was sick, having 2 critically ill people in the household, we could not have enough people helping, and we never had enough people helping. But they came and chipped in on it, and we created beautiful memories for them having done so. So that's the story there. Then if we come all the way over here, in the corner, we have family, where life begins and love never ends. Another inspirational quote. And then as you can see on our fireplace hearth, we have more pictures. More pictures. We have a poem that Bruce loved, his favorite poem. The influence of a good teacher can never be erased. That is absolutely the truth. Love above all things, reminding us to always come back to center, come back to love. An angel, another reminder to be kind and to live a purpose-driven life. More family and friend pictures. So as you can see, this room gives you a big hug. Lots of love, lots of memories. And it just helps you to remember when things are bad, they will return to good at some point. They've been good. It might be bad now, but there's been a lot of love and a lot of great experiences within the village. This is us going to a ball with friends. Alpha Kappa Alpha memorabilia. Another inspirational figure, Oprah Winfrey, and the poem that she learned to quote in church, Invictus. More AKA memorabilia. These are my nephews by way of my dear friend Judy, her twin boys who graduated from Morehouse in Atlanta. And then we have the word friends. Friends are the family that you get to choose, which is super cool. They are the sugar and the spice. So as you can see, a beautiful room that represents hard work, determination, sacrifice, support, love, dedication, etc. So before we conclude this video, I want to give you 7 reasons to put this kind of a wall in your home. Number 1, it promotes family pride. Number 2, it promotes family motivation. Number 3, it promotes important conversation. Number 4, it provides storytelling. Number 5, it provides family history, the telling of the family's history. Number 6, it inspires record keeping and visual record keeping. A lot of these were once upon a time in photo albums and in file cabinets. They were not up on this wall. And Bruce had a dream. He was like, I want all these certificates of achievement up on the wall. Everything that these kids achieve and accomplish, I want it up where we can see it and where they can see it. So it's a visual record of history. And finally, number 7, it's giftable, because you can take pictures of all of these things, and then when any other family member wants to erect this wall in their own home or in their own office, then you can forward them the pictures that you have to get them started. So it's giftable. So again, guys, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe the channel, Shawn Watson Davis TV, where relationships and self-care are both supported. And one last thing I want to show you. This inspirational message right here. We rise up. Home is where our story begins. And what do we do in our home? In our family, we rise up. Have a great day, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in.